ADHD diagnosis as an adult. Now what? Alright guys, it's Jada Man back here with another video. And in today's video, I have a very interesting topic to talk to you guys about. Now, if you have seen my video the other day, guys, I was talking about how I pretty much suspected heavily that I had borderline personality disorder. And this was a very long journey for me, guys. I've been trying to get help from therapists and counselors like for quite some time, because I always realized I was quite different from people when I had like these traumas and things that affected me, guys. But the test results from a test that I took, it was like a 3-hour test. They asked me hundreds upon hundreds of questions, guys. And I took this test because, I wanted answers, like I honestly, I felt that I was different than other people. I felt that I didn't pick up on social cues as much, and like I had like this time blindness and things were kind of strange, and I just couldn't really trust people or seem to get close to them like I wanted to, or I could, but it was just like these short little flings, and it never lasted long. And I would have these flings with women, and like it was just lustful, and I struggled to like feel connection sometimes with like people, and people just seemed like kind of like different to me. I just felt like an outsider, honestly, guys. And this test revealed to me something very interesting. One of the things, guys, that came up on the test was ADHD. And I started doing more research, guys, and it started making a lot of sense, because I thought ADHD was just like the focus thing, which is something I struggle with. I do struggle to focus, especially if it's a redundant task. It makes sense to me now why I've always struggled with work, why sometimes I would go into work and my mental motivation after like 4 hours, it's gone. And I know the rest of the day is going to be shit because like my mental motivation is just gone. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be doing the same redundant, boring ass task over and over again. And sometimes I would look at people around me at work and I'm like, dude, how the hell are you not bored out of your mind like me right now? And my brain would always just seem to like chase out dopamine and stuff, I suppose. But yeah, guys, this is a very interesting find for me. And honestly, I just wanted to make this video and talk about it. One of the things I want to do on this channel, guys, is raise awareness for mental health, I suspected that I had borderline personality disorder, guys. And I still kind of do suspect it because I went to, I was talking to my psychiatrist the other day and we went over like the criteria and I told her my answers. And I went on long tangents because these are things that I've been going through my whole life, And she told me that I was positive for it. But this ADHD diagnosis changes a lot of things, guys. And I do want to give you guys some advice, actually, like for mental health and stuff. Like, if you struggle day by day and you feel different than people around you, and you feel that your paradigm, your way of seeing things is like not normal, and you're feeling miserable more than average, or you have trouble regulating your emotions and stuff like this, and you feel things intensely, perhaps, I advise you to seek mental health help early on, guys, because I started doing it a little bit later on in life. I started trying to seek out mental health help around like middle school, because that's when I really noticed I was different than other people, and I couldn't really connect with them as much. Now knowing that it was because of the ADHD. And I'm going to talk about some of the symptoms that aren't quite as known and my experience with them. But yeah, guys, I advise you to like seek help early, because that's, if you're here in the United States, that's when you have like healthcare coverage and stuff. Like if I had sought help even earlier, guys, and like not gotten arrested and stuff because of like my struggles and all this, like that $2,000 test, I could have saved that money, guys. But it was something that was very important to me. I had to have answers, guys. So I spent those $2,000. But that's why I advise you to do it young and while you have insurance, because damn, guys, like in this economy, $2,000 is $2,000. I could have used that to pay something off. I could have used it for other things. And guys, what I really want to get at, what I really want to say is, don't be ashamed of not feeling okay. Because honestly, guys, we're in this like hustle culture and this generic bland ass advice type of like era right now, this self-improvement era, and I really want to make it my mission to raise more awareness for mental health. It's very ignorant. I see the viewpoint of some people saying like, oh, like Andrew Tate, for example, when he said one of the most idiotic takes I've ever heard in my life, talking about some, depression isn't real, guys. Like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, why would I say something that, like, you know, he was just saying some dumbass shit, guys. And mind you, whatever Andrew Tate says, guys, I take it with a grain of salt, because people like this, they like to say polarizing things like this, so you will do exactly what I just did. Talk about them, give them clout, stuff like this. So I take what he says with a grain of salt. But my perspective, guys, and having struggled with mental health my whole life, and finally finding out that I have ADHD, it's actually like I'm actually neurodivergent, guys. My brain is just like wired in a different way. I'm doing more research to really understand it, but it feels kind of good, guys. It feels kind of good to finally know why. It feels good to finally know why I feel like different than most people. Why I tend to like seek out dopamine, why I can't really focus at work. What I really want to, my message that I want to give out is, don't be ashamed to feel different. Don't be ashamed to seek help for your mental health struggles, and don't give into that generic bullshit advice of, oh, just man up, bro. Like, get on self-improvement. Like, dude, come on, bro. Like, you cannot ignore your mental health. That's what I'm starting to learn, guys. If I hadn't tried, if I hadn't been trying to get help, guys, who knows where I'd be right now. There's a pretty good chance I would be in prison, though, or I would be dead. Especially the times that I was like gangbanging, guys, and going through all that stuff. And I know my poor mental health played a huge role in that. And that's a big part of the reason why I do what I do, and why I talk about my problems, guys, and I talk about these things that I'm passionate about. And I try to just be an advocate for mental health and tell people that don't be ashamed, you know? Don't be ashamed of having a disorder or something like that. My main advice, though, would be like, don't set it as a limit, you know? I've seen this one good viewpoint, actually. It was like, don't make the disorder your limit, you know? If you do find out that you have a disorder or a neurological condition like me, don't make it your limit, you know? Don't be like, well, I am the ADHD. I am the borderline personality disorder. I am this or that, you know? Like, don't make it a limit, guys. You know, accept it, be there with it, and find a way to integrate it in yourself and love yourself regardless of it. Find a way to evolve with it as a person and actually use it to your advantage, guys. I'm going to do more research on it, but I do believe there's advantages to ADHD, actually, guys. Because honestly, like, I'm very creative, and like there's these like other certain traits that I have, guys, that if I didn't have ADHD, I don't think I would have them, guys, honestly. And there's this thing I do, I'm doing it right now, like, I could pretty much make endless content, guys, because like when there's something I want to talk about, I could just go on. And sometimes I get sidetracked and I talk about this topic and I feel like it interlinks with this and this and that. I'm doing it in this video if you can't tell. I'm just looking at the time, guys. I don't want this video to be too long. But I'm doing it in this video if you can't tell, guys. And it's just like, if you're neurodivergent, the way I talk, the way I'm like kind of connecting things in a weird way, it'll make sense to you. But if you're not, it might not, guys. But like, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool, you know. And I don't really talk to people like this. I always like hold myself back. I kind of put on a mask most of the time, guys, because I've always just known that I was different. But yeah, guys, pretty much the point, another point I'm trying to get at here is yeah, you know, like I found out that I have ADHD, guys, and I'm going to be, and I make videos here on mental health. I'm going to be, going on this journey with you guys, and I'll be updating you because I'm going to see what route I go on. Because one of the creators I follow here on YouTube, Aaron Dottie, he actually had an ADHD diagnosis as well. But he went down the spiritual path, the spiritual like stuff, and he says that cured his ADHD somehow. And I was just like, huh, really? You could go down that spiritual path, or you could go down like the medication path, and like I might experiment with both, guys, and I'm gonna be documenting my results, see how I feel. I might go for I have been on some meds, guys. Now that I'm officially diagnosed with ADHD, I think I could get stimulants now. I might try that out, guys, make a video on that and see how it affects me, if I can focus better, if it's any good for me. Right now, the medication my psychiatrist has me on is I'm on antidepressants and mood stabilizer. But this was before she knew. She doesn't even know I have ADHD yet. I have my appointment with her sometime next month. That's the thing I don't like. They make these appointments like very long in advance. But I would definitely mention that to her. I might hop on stimulants, guys. Because, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I've done the whole spiritual thing for quite some time, and I still feel kind of the same. I still have a hard time focusing, guys. But I'm in this video talking about some of the like uncommon things that people don't know about ADHD and how it can actually be confused with like personality disorders and stuff, guys. And I will do a psychiatric evaluation for borderline personality disorder, guys, because since my psychiatrist told me that I'm positive for it. And if I have ADHD and a personality disorder, that would make the personality disorder complex or something like that. I was reading about that the other day, and it's just kind of strange, guys. If I do end up having it, I will make a video on that, guys, and update you. But I just wanted to talk about some things here that I found that a lot of people don't know about ADHD and that I relate to. I only got like 8 minutes left, guys. Let me try to make this kind of quick. Let me see here. Rejection sensitive dysphoria. This mental disorder can cause people with ADHD to be extremely sensitive to the impression of being criticized, harassed, or rejected. RSD can also cause severe emotional pain when someone feels like they failed or they can't finish a task on time. Oh my God, guys. This is a big reason I thought I had borderline personality disorder. And I'm realizing, guys, a lot of like disorders are like comorbid. A lot of things can be confused with each other, but because, oh my God, hypersensitivity as well, also known as being a highly sensitive person. Guys, this is like literally me right here. Honestly, I believe ADHD can be confused with borderline personality disorder, guys, because people who are borderline, they feel intensely, aka a sensitive person, and they don't like rejection. They avoid it. They feel it deeply within their soul, you know, as I was talking about in another video. It's just very interesting to me, guys, because these are both things that I struggle with. And look, I'll read this to you. This is a common trait in people with ADHD. It can manifest in different ways and be difficult to predict, but it's sensory processing issue that can exaggerate common stimuli like sound, smells, and tastes. People with hypersensitivity can also be easily overwhelmed by too much information and may be especially sensitive to light, touch, and sight. What else, guys? And look, this one too. Many adults and children with ADHD have difficulty regulating their emotions, a condition known as emotional regulation. This can include expressing emotions, intense emotions. Guys, like, and these are all things that I didn't know this about ADHD. I started researching all this after I got officially diagnosed because I was like, is it really ADHD or is it like the borderline? So I started searching up my symptoms. I was like, do people with ADHD have a hard time expressing themselves? Do people with ADHD have a hard time making friends? Do people with ADHD get irritated easily? And it's a yes on all of them, which is very crazy to me, guys. Oh, shit. All right, my camera is about to die, guys. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to update you. I will make more videos on mental health in the future, on my journey and how everything is going, guys. I'm not going to only do mental health videos, guys. I want to do like some gym videos and more advice videos and stuff, but these videos are very easy for me to do, guys, and I feel like I can provide a lot of value because these are things that I've been going through my whole life. And I will be dropping some videos giving advice on how to deal with stuff like rejection and stuff like this. And I have some very good advice for this, guys, because I have that rejection sensitivity thing, guys. And so I'm going to be giving advice on that. And people who struggle with rejection and feel things intensely, I know can get a lot of value from that. But yeah, guys, with that being said, it's been Jada Man. Thank you for watching. And I will see you on the next one.